as the saying goes, you either die the hero or live long enough to become the villain. It seems to be what's happened here. Alrighty, guys, gals, non-binary pals, very excited for the video. But before we get into that, if you would love to join these lovely people here on the side of the screen, I would love to have you. I stream on Twitch every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Completely free, doesn't cost you any money, and you get to join all these lovely people. Again, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's a great deal of fun. So, if you watched the last video that I uploaded on this channel, I know it doesn't really make sense if you're watching this video out of order, but if you're not, I'll link it in the description. We talked about Blair Walnuts, who made a video that was quote-unquote problematic, but we were not able to actually watch that video because it was deleted. Well, luckily, through the power of the internet, someone sent me a DM on Twitter and let me know they had the video and they were able to send it to me. So we are going to be able to watch the video because I really hated that I wasn't able to watch it with you guys. And we'll be able to watch it actually live and talk about it, all right? The last like 40 seconds of the video are cut off, but for the most part, the video is here. Alrighty, so let's go into it. Remember, the title of this video was how to lose 20 pounds in 2 months or something like that. Oh yeah, how to lose weight fast, 20 pounds in 3 months. So let's get into it.
How did you lose so much weight so fast? There is no exercise involved in this. I do not go to the gym. I don't count my calories. It's intermittent fast. The most common question I get all over my social media, how did you lose so much weight so fast? So basically I went from 147 pounds to 130 pounds in a couple months, and I'll show you all my secrets and how I'm able to keep it off without really trying or putting in any effort. Because
so this is all about so basically the theme of this video is how I lost weight without it being hard at all, and it was super easy. When I'm just going to be honest with you, losing weight is difficult in some aspect, right? It's not ever, like whenever someone says, because that's what you hear all the time when you hear like these, oh, lose weight fast, or it's easy, you won't ever feel hungry. Like losing weight is inherently kind of difficult, right? It's going to be hard, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just hate when people say, it's not hard at all. I don't know.
Because I'm a low effort kind of gal lately, I'm going to be honest. So I am just going to jump right into it. I have 5 top amazing secrets about how to lose weight fast and how to keep it off without putting in any effort. There's no exercise involved in this. I do not go to the gym at all. I'm sorry, I don't. I'm not going to lie to you guys. So basically...
So I think that's important, right? So it says there is no exercise at all whatsoever. Important, because I don't believe that's true.
Number 1, the most important thing that I think that I do is intermittent fast. Sometimes on accident, like sleeping through breakfast, or sometimes on purpose. So basically what intermittent...
So this right here, right? This is something that you hear all the time. So with intermittent fasting, there is nothing wrong. Okay, I want to make this clear, because whenever I talk about intermittent fasting, people come at me and try to take my neck, right? There is nothing inherently wrong with intermittent fasting. But there is also nothing inherently magical about it as well. It is just a way of eating. And like she said, in her experience, basically she just skips breakfast. I'm sorry, that's not intermittent fasting, bro. That's skipping breakfast, okay? That's not the same thing. I'm just saying.
And fasting is when you don't eat for like 12 or 16 or 18 hours of the day, and then you eat within the other hours. I really like this because it helps me save my calories for like later in the day, right? So I typically don't eat breakfast, I just have coffee. If I do eat breakfast, it's around 12, 1, 2, 3. I mean, I think one time I was showing you guys what I had for breakfast and it was like 4 p.m. and you guys are like... And I'm like, yes, it is breakfast. This is me breaking my fast. I try to just have espresso or a double espresso or a triple espresso in the morning, hot with nothing else. I have water.
I've said this before. If you're drinking coffee without anything in it, I don't trust you, all right? I don't trust you. I don't trust Blair Peanuts. I don't. I'm sorry.
Throughout the day, and then when I actually get really hungry, like I feel like I'm gonna break up with my 17 boyfriends, flee the country, fire all my editors, then I decide it's finally time to eat.
Okay, I understand that she's trying to be funny, but imagine making a video that is called How to Lose Weight Fast, 20 pounds in 3 months, and then literally say, I drink coffee in the morning, and then I wait until I'm literally at my wit's end. Like, I am ready to end everything, and then I eat. Do you really think that is that's good advice to give to people? And especially her, right? This is what we talked about in the last video. A big portion of her audience are young women that are trying to look like her, right? And so they will do exactly what she said, regardless of if she's saying it's a joke or not. Like, I know that people watch my videos and they're like, you're just like, oh, you're just so over dramatic, or you worry about the littlest things. This stuff, like, people listen to this stuff. I'm telling you, right, as someone that's watching my channel, you might hear this and be like, that's ridiculous. But I'm telling you right now, there are people that watch her channel that see that she's lost weight, and they will try anything that is being told to them. That's why I have a problem with this.
At that point, I will eat anything I feel like, but usually it's fruit or eggs, or I just start with like lunch. My second tip is to basically hack the calorie system. So I don't actually count my calories, but
Hack the calorie system. Dang. I did not know that Blair Pecan was international spy. That's amazing. Congratulations. 007 over here.
But I do hack my calories. Does that make sense?
No.
So I try not to eat highly caloric
At least she's aware.
foods, or I don't eat a lot of them. So I love chips and guacamole, but that's one of the foods that I can eat 1,000.
Okay. This is... If you really think about what this tip is, the tip is don't eat calorically dense foods all the time. I mean, that's not a bad tip, but that's not a secret. What secret? Who? You're not hacking anything. That's like, hey, we're about to hack into the mainframe, baby. Oh, really? What are we going to use? I'm going to go on Google. Guess what, dude? You're not hacking, okay? You're using Google. All right? That's... Hate to break it to you, 007, but that ain't it.
1,000 calories of in 2 seconds. So I really watch it with chips and guac, right? Other things I watch it with is like peanut butter, ice cream, protein bars, candy, chocolate, chips, like everything that's really high calories, I kind of like avoid. When I'm at restaurants, because I eat out all the time, because I literally hate cooking, I literally rather order like an $8, €8 salad and then not cook all day than spend time grocery shopping, cleaning, and cooking. So basically, when I eat at a restaurant, I try to either go for salad with no cheese and like very little dressing. I like to do just olive oil and vinegar. I go for like raw food, so if I can, or it's on the menu, I eat like tuna tartare, tuna carpaccio.
Bro, is this how to lose weight for millionaires? What is going on here? Like, I know that I harp on this stuff, but it's so frustrating to me. Like, when these influencers make these weight loss tips, and they're like, yeah, I just eat out every meal. Oh, that's great. Cool. Blair Trail Mix. I'm glad that you can afford that, but guess what? Most people that are trying to lose weight are not doing that. That's not If you really want to help people, let's actually help them, right? Let's not just flex on them like, yeah, I just go out to eat this, I go out to eat here, I go out to eat this thing, I go out to eat this thing. Like, how is this helpful? Just go out to eat, you know? Woo! I'm sorry, we're hacking into the matrix right now, baby. Let's go.
A salmon poke bowl with no rice. I don't get the rice, I just get the vegetables. I try to go...
Hey, don't hate on rice, though. Rice is delicious, okay?
For fish and vegetables, or meat and vegetables, and if it's raw, it's even better because there's no calories from the oil. So you can continue to eat out getting all the extra calories from the oil, because restaurants unfortunately put a lot of oil and butter in our food. So sometimes when I'm ordering eggs and the restaurant is a little...
So my big tip on this one, right? If you're like frustrated with when you go out to eat, don't go out to eat every freaking meal. And then you'll be good. Like, hello, that's probably the easiest thing. Maybe bring that up. If you are struggling because you eat out every meal, don't do that. Surprise! You're not going to have rogue oils and butters in your meal.
A little sus to me. I get hard-boiled eggs because I can't add oil to those.
I'm sorry. Your boy, I am not going to go out to eat a nice breakfast and order a hard-boiled egg. Are you crazy? I am... Yo, no. Absolutely not. Blair Walnuts? No. I'm not going to eat a hard-boiled egg when I go out to eat. What? Are you... Mm-mm.
Like if I'm really trying to watch my calories and I'm eating out all day, I'll get hard-boiled eggs for breakfast with avocado and tomato on the side and fruits. For lunch, I'll get like some kind of raw fish.
I'm watching this and I'm sorry, but like this is not real life. Like, no...
situation, or I was gonna say raw chicken, but honey, that's salmonellas. I'll get like tuna tartare or a poke bowl with just the like greens, and then for dinner I'll do like a soup and a salad. Like I try to keep things very light. I do like french fries though. I order french fries with a lot of mayonnaise, but that's like the only thing I eat at the restaurant, right? So I'll have like french fries and mayonnaise, and that'll be like my meal. So it's like doing...
Yo, I missed this the first time I saw it. I know that some of y'all like to eat french fries and mayonnaise together. I'm not going to say you're wrong, but that... we're just going to move along. All right? We're just going to move along.
Doing little things like that where you kind of hack your calories makes it so you don't actually have to count them and you continue eating the foods you love. There is no food groups that I am against. I eat absolutely everything.
Except for earlier, you're like, I don't eat rice. Never rice. What did rice do to you? All right?
I eat bread, pasta, chips, carbs. Like, I love going to a restaurant and ordering a pasta dish because the portion is limited. I cannot go get up and make myself more.
This doesn't make any sense to me because pretty much every single place I've been to go out to eat, if you get a pasta dish, the amount of food that you get is unreal. Like, unreal. I don't know. Maybe it's different where she's at, but if I go to Olive Garden and your boy orders pasta, I have enough to feed a small village of like buff men.
Because when I'm at home, I will make a box of mac and cheese that it is meant for a family of 4 to 6, and I will eat the entire box of mac and cheese. No problem. But when I'm out and I order a side of mac and cheese and I share with my friends, that's another tip I have for you guys. Share with your friends. Let them eat most of the food.
She really does that. Kisses the editor.
My third hack that I have for you guys is called the warm liquids hack. Okay, this...
So up until this point, I've been kind of nitpicky and just like petty, which... whatever. This is when it starts to get actually pretty bad.
This is particularly important. Warm liquids keep your stomach full without you noticing that you're not eating that much.
Warm liquids keep your stomach full without noticing that you're not eating that much.
Obviously, I want everyone to be healthy and treat their body right. So please eat enough for your body.
It's funny because right after she said it, she was like, well, that sounded not great. So also eat enough, but drink hot water so you don't eat enough. Okay, got it. Check. Got that one down. We're good.
But if you are trying to lose weight, to not count your calories and not go to the gym, warm liquids is really my chef's kiss. I love hot tea, hot chamomile, hot English breakfast tea, hot anything tea, just hot water with lemon, just hot water by itself if I don't have tea. I like hot coffee, just espresso. I like soups, like bone broths, French onion soup. I know it has bread and cheese on it, but like you gotta live a little. I'm not here to promote something that's like completely low calories. Any kind of hot meal will keep your stomach fuller for longer. If there is a vegetable soup on the menu, get it. If there is some kind of like brothy soup, get it. One of my favorite soups, chicken lemon soup. There's a video of me making it. It is the best soup in the world. Tuna pasta, also one of my favorite dishes. That's warm. It has fish, pasta. It's delicious. Though I consume a lot.
Hot food. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. I am like, my brain is broken right now. I don't even know what to say, man. don't listen to this, I guess.
A lot of warm liquids, especially when I'm feeling hungry, a cup of hot water, and then eat lunch. Does that make sense? Because sometimes I have the tendency to overeat just because I'm excited about what I'm eating and I'm excited I'm at lunch, I'm with friends and I'm talking and just stuffing my face. So if I drink a little bit of hot water before, I will eat the portions I'm supposed to be eating. I don't count my calories. I eat between 1,500 and 2,000 calories a day probably. All those tips that I told you guys about have really helped me like slim down and be like a lot less weight. But don't forget that I also still edit my photos, and I'll still tell you guys about that. Even Canva to edit my thumbnails, and I'll tell you guys about them because they're actually my favorite way to make thumbnails, and also today's sponsor. Anything cool you want to do, you can do on there, but also they help you make really good thumbnails for YouTube. You can also do like any kind of projects you want on them, and I'll show you how to use it.
So this is personally how I think, or why I think, I could be wrong, but why I think the video maybe was taken down, because of how much flack there was on the original video, and there was a sponsor on it, and you'll see what she uses Canva for in the video, or in the thumbnail. I think that there must have been a lot of flack, and they were like, you need to take that down, or we don't want to be associated with that anymore. Y'all will see.
It now, like how I would edit a thumbnail. The reason why I edit my body, especially on thumbnails and things like that, is because...
So I edit my body, especially on thumbnails, is what she says. And also, you'll notice the thumbnail that she uses in this video is not the actual thumbnail that she used, which I showed in my last video.
Because the more appealing and drastic the image is, the more likely that a person is to click on it. So if I don't edit my body and it's not drastic and nobody's interested, even if I have a good message in the video, if nobody clicks on it and nobody hears my good message, what's the point of my good message?
So to a certain extent, I agree. Like, I think that not editing your body, because I feel like that's kind of shady, but especially with the audience that she has. But when it comes to making your thumbnail and your title clickable and making people want to click on it, that's YouTube. That's the game, right? But there are definitely lines that you shouldn't cross, right? Like me, a lot of my videos are like over the top and they're dramatic, but people know when they click on the video, usually it's hopefully a lot more nuanced of a take, and it's not like me being a complete jerk, right? But there are ways that you maybe go too far, and I think she doesn't show it in this video, but the actual thumbnail, because the actual thumbnail that she had here on this side of the on the thumbnail, it said fat, and on the other side it said skinny, which a lot of people had an issue with, right? So, yeah.
Right? So even though I know sometimes it's not good to edit because it like constantly causes like low self-esteem and a lot of trouble in society, when everybody else is editing and you don't edit and you don't have a drastic before and after and people don't click on your videos, even if you have a good message, it's not being heard by anybody. So then what's the use?
So basically, I know that I'm causing more pain, but I need to get my views, is what I just heard right there.
Of your good message. I'd rather have this like drastic, scary thumbnail. You guys click and then you realize you should be grateful and appreciative of your healthy body that helps you do all the necessary things like walk, run, jump, sleep, do your homework, I don't know, be healthy, and how good it can feel if you eat fruits and vegetables, and that you don't need to calorie restrict and you don't need to go to the gym 7 days a week. Then if I just have a regular thumbnail and then nobody watches my videos anymore, what's the point of that? So Canva Pro.
So what's crazy to me is that she really does believe that there is, at least at the point of recording this, right? She really does believe that what she is doing, there's no problems, and like giving that advice, which trust me, towards the end it gets even worse. Giving this advice is not problematic. Like, you can tell that she probably really believes that there's nothing wrong with what she's doing, which is honestly scary. Like, it's not someone that's like, I know this is wrong, but it's going to get me views. It's like, I really believe this, and so I'm going to tell other people to do it.
Pro is an easy-to-use platform that has everything you need in one, including premium fonts, millions, allowing you to manage scheduling and posting across multiple affordable ways to design. Try Canva Pro for free for 45 days by going to canva.me/Blair Walnuts. But my fourth hack, you guys are going to hate, because I said no gym, right? I don't go to the gym, but I do walk a lot. I would try to walk 10,000 steps a day.
So she walks 10,000 steps a day. So that is exercise, right? I'm not saying it's intense exercise, but walking 10,000 steps a day, that is exercise. And I personally am a fan of walking. It's just frustrating when people are like, it's no exercise, but then you're walking 10,000 steps a day. That is moving your body. That is exercise, in my opinion.
Today, sometimes it's 8,000, sometimes it's 5,000, but I will not have a day where I just sit in the room without walking. I absolutely refuse. You know what else counts as walking though? Dancing. So if you want to go dance somewhere and like beat bop somewhere, absolutely the best thing. Because dancing, you're going side to side and it's like you're walking, but you are actually having fun.
That's also exercise.
Because you're listening to music. Another tip I have for you guys is if you hate exercise, and if you hate walking, and if you hate the gym, and if you hate any kind of swimming exercise,
Yes.
put on some music and look at yourself in the mirror and dance. I'm not even kidding you. I don't know what about the mirror makes me like actually, you know, a narcissist behavior, I'm thinking probably.
I don't know. That seems kind of weird, but you know, whatever.
But I put on my favorite song, my favorite breakup song. Right now I really like Ed Sheeran. My bad habits lead to you. That one? Yes. I dance. I love Machine Gun Kelly. There's one, I don't know, Kid Leroy or something with Justin Bieber that's like, I told you I would change even though I knew I never could. That's me, okay? I'm not a literal. I love that song. I know it's like not the typical house music. Literally, okay, so I've been like hanging out with people lately and there's like a couple house music DJs that are apparently cool.
This has nothing to do with the video, so we're going to skip ahead.
Like, babe, I'm not a DJ, I'm a rapper. I literally know no famous musicians, like, he didn't call me after, but yeah, what was I talking about again? Dancing, yes, dancing is a really good tip. And then my fifth tip is don't focus on food. I know this is gonna sound like crazy, and because you think if you want to lose weight, you have to.
So this is frustrating because, again, like, yes, not focusing on food is good, but if you are constantly, you literally said at the beginning of this video, you put off food as long as you possibly can until you are at a point where you want to beat people up and you want to end everything, right? And then you eat. Do you really think that that's not being focused on food? Just because you're not continuously eating food and snacking does not mean that you are not focused on food. Being focused on food could also be trying to push food back as long as possible. This is something a lot of people do. They will try to push food back as long as they possibly can so they don't have to eat because you are afraid to eat, right? I'm not saying that that's what you do, but that's something that a lot of people do. So yes, you are not eating all the time, but that does not mean you are not focused on food.
To track your calories and put them into your phone and measure the ingredients. And while that may work for some people, I feel that it makes me very food conscious and food motivated and restrictive, and it's really unhealthy for my own brain. Like, I become really obsessed with food to the point where after I finish eating, I'll think about my next meal, and I really don't like being that person because all I think about is calories and food and things like that, and I don't like doing that. I rather drink hot water, skip breakfast because I'm not hungry yet. You know what I'm saying? Instead of thinking about, okay, I had egg whites for breakfast, fish and asparagus for lunch, I have to add calories for.
So this is frustrating because it's like, it's saying that there's only two options. It's either you track everything or you literally don't eat until you eat one time in the day or like way later in the day. It doesn't have to be like that. I eat multiple times a day and I promise you I am not food focused. Like, it doesn't have to be one or the other, because when you think of it like this, you're like, oh yeah, I agree. That's definitely, but like, it doesn't have to be one or the other. There are many other options that you can take.
For the oil. Then for snack, I'm gonna have 10 almonds and an apple. And then for dinner, I'm going to have chicken breast with broccoli and rice. I have to measure it. And then in the morning, the next morning, I can have an omelet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I cannot do that. I will never, ever, ever, like, do that again. Because I used to do that, and I feel like I just gained more weight because I would have 5 days of perfect, restrictive, 1,300 calorie eating. And then I would have 4 days of being out on the weekend, enjoying my life and having fun. And that's the balance that really will screw you over, because you'll have 3 days, like a couple days of eating your perfect calories, and then you'll have 3 days of going like double your calories because you're so excited you're finally able to eat. So my tip is for you, eat whatever you feel like eating. Actually, I have more tips. If you're craving something, go eat it. Don't replace it with anything else. If you want McDonald's, go through the McDonald's drive-thru. Order whatever you want. I'm talking if you
Honestly, I'm not trying to be mean, but this is the this is the worst weight loss tip video I think I've ever seen. It's so bad. Like, imagine watching this and trying to follow along. Like, oh man, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean, but oof.
If you want a Big Mac and a large fry and a Coke, order it. Try to eat half. I'm serious. Try to eat half, okay? Don't think, just think that you're sharing your meal with your kid and this is the only food you can buy, so eat half, okay? Satisfy your craving. That's what helped me a lot, because sometimes I'd like really crave pizza or Panda Express, and I had this friend that was really thin, and I would watch her order pizza to the house, Panda Express to the house, PF Chang's, and I was like, how are you so skinny when you eat all this? And she's like, oh, I just like spread this meal out for a couple meals. Like if I'm craving pizza, I'll order pizza, I'll eat 2 slices of my most favorite caloric pizza ever, and I'll put the rest in the fridge. Just put it in the fridge and eat it tomorrow for lunch or tomorrow for dinner. Does that make sense? Like spread it, because then you can eat your favorite meal more times than just one time of binging and loving it and feeling sick after and regretting it. Why don't you just eat pizza for dinner every day for the next 3 days by ordering 1 pizza? First of all, it saves you money. Second of all, you get pizza for dinner every night. You know what I'm saying?
So that necessarily isn't like terrible advice, right? If you are able to do that. But I just know that there are a lot of people that are not able to order a meal and then partition it out. So I personally, that's not terrible advice. That does work for some people, but there are also a lot of people that doesn't work for. And I'm not trying to eat 3-day-old pizza personally, but you know, whatever.
I'm saying, so I really like how she did that. She really taught me to do that. I absolutely love of doing that. So another tip I have is to not snack. I know that's like really a bad tip, but I've noticed that when there is no food in the house or the Airbnb or the hotel room or whoever I'm staying with, I don't eat. But when there is snacks in the house, I can eat 1,000 or 2,000 calories in snacks just while I'm editing, while I'm sitting here, while I'm playing on my phone, and they don't satisfy me.
So when I hear stuff like this, right, does that sound sustainable to you, right? That's like the question I have. Does this sound like something that you can do forever? So you're telling me for the rest of your life, you are never, ever, ever, ever going to have snacks in your house. So say you have kids. Say you live with a significant other. You're just like, nope, no snacks ever.
Snacks do nothing for me. Protein bars do though. Like they keep me kind of full. Like they're a good breakfast, especially when I'm like running off and I don't have time to eat. But like,
it's interesting hearing that, right? That like little like, well, this one works. And that's usually a lot of people have safe foods, and that sounds like it's a safe food, right? It's like, oh, that's an okay snack. That one's okay. But these other ones are bad. I'm not allowed to have those ones. But this one's an okay snack that I'm allowed to have.
Snacks like popcorn, they do nothing. They literally do not fill me up.
Greg Doucette is probably so mad she said that.
Like, back in my old apartment when I was living with Monica, we used to have popcorn, dried mango, almond butter, like almonds, all of these like snacks, beef jerky, Red Bull, and I'm not even kidding you, I would eat all of these snacks in one meal, and I would not get full. And then I would go eat an actual meal with my friends. Like, I hate snacks. I'm a snack hater. I don't get it. It doesn't make me full, and I don't know why. So basically, these are all my tips for how I am losing weight and how I did lose weight and how I stay losing weight. There is no calorie counting, no restricting, no gym, and nothing wild.
This is like the biggest issue, right? This is what I've said many times, is like people that have a large platform, they end up losing weight, and people that follow them. And I'm not saying it's all on her, because people that follow them then start asking them questions and they want to know what they did. And then so the person that has the following feels almost obligated to tell them what they are doing, when a lot of times the people that are losing the weight don't know what they're doing, and they are doing stuff that isn't healthy, that isn't sustainable, but they have been told by so many people that are following them, oh my God, you look great. Oh my God, you look great. Oh my God, you look great. Tell me what you're doing. Tell me what you're doing. Tell me what you're doing. So then they feel like they need to tell them. And then this is what happens. This is what you get, right? It's like, this has happened more times than I can count.
Okay, there are a couple supplements I take to like boost my metabolism. I don't know.
Hold on to your seats, man. This.
If they work 100%. I got them from a couple pharmacies here. Some like hot French pharmacists recommended them to me. There's some like water diuretic pills, because I store a lot of water in my legs. Like,
Why? Why would you put that in a video, man? Like, and also diuretic pills are not increasing your metabolism. Like, what? Oh my gosh, dude.
you can just tell they just get swollen, especially when I like fly a lot or during my period.
It's normal, dude. It is normal to get bloated. When you fly, when you have a period, when you eat too much sodium, it's okay. You don't need to take a pill to make it stop. It's okay. It's a normal bodily function. It's all right. Oh my gosh, man. Like, this stuff is wild to me.
Or when I take birth control or switch my birth control, I get really kind of swollen. And athletes also take diuretics sometimes to like get rid of their water weight, and then you drink more water, so you're replacing the water with like fresh water.
Athletes know, first off, they don't just take it to get rid of water weight because, yay, it's fun. They do it because they have to be a certain weight for a weight class, right? They have to be 150 pounds and they weigh 155, so they need to lose weight. But yes, when you drink the water, it's going to come right back on. So there is zero reason to take diuretics or pills that make you poop or pee or anything like that. It is not necessary. This right here, it's crazy because it's just like tacked on the end of the video. This is like so bad. So bad. And again, so nonchalant, like I see no issue with this. And obviously she doesn't, because she put it out in a video to her hundreds of thousands of subscribers that a lot of them are young women that are going to listen to what she's saying. Like,
I'm not really sure the science behind it, but I know that diuretics help.
Clearly, dude! Freaking Blair Cashew, I don't know the science behind it. I thought you were a hacker, 007. Jesus.
Me like lose a couple pounds here and there when I'm like storing. When I like feel heavy and bloated, they really help. Another thing I have to recommend to you guys is make sure you're pooping every day. It is so important. I know sometimes it's embarrassing to poop in front of certain people, but you must poop every day. I don't care where you are. I have tips on how to poop around other people. I'm not really sure if this is the video for that, but basically if you're staying with a guy and you have to poop in the morning, send him to go do something. Like the wildest errand ever. Send him to go get coffee, I don't know, a vape.
Yeah, it's so wild. Go get coffee. Dude, whoa, wild tip. Oh my God.
Food for your dog. Like just send him out of the house for like a little bit. Another tip I have is to go out of the house for a little bit. So you'll be like, oh, I have to go pick up my blah, 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 and then poop in that location. So like at the CVS or at the Target. Another tip I have is to pretend you're showering and then poop. If you're really nervous and you don't want the poop to smell, I know there's like potpourri and all these like things that make your poop not smell, but an even easier hack that you probably already have is getting hairspray and spraying it on the toilet water and then pooping, because when your poop drops, the hairspray will keep the scent in. I know.
So that's the end of the video. Like I said, it cut out the last 40 seconds. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. That's the issue that's the video that a lot of people had issues with. I don't even know what to say about the end part. It has whatever. If you freaking want to poop, you don't want to poop, whatever. Do your thing. But like I said, a lot of it I was being nitpicky. I know, but there are definitely little pieces of that video that are just so bad. And like I truly do hope that Blair like finds a way to live a life that isn't, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not trying to be preachy, but this is really bad advice, and I'm very glad the video is taken down, and hopefully you learned your lesson, and I'm excited to see what you have to say for yourself, because this is freaking really bad advice. And from what I've heard from a lot of the comments, like most of the comments actually on the last video where I talked about this, were people that were actually fans of Blair in the past, and they said she used to actually debunk like similar videos to this, I guess, like debunk really bad diet advice, and she was really body positive and all this stuff, and now we're here. So as the saying goes, you either die the hero or live long enough to become the villain. It seems to be what's happened here. I guess.